My peoples. My peoples. Welcome to Box Center. Y'all already know who this be. JSmiff in the building, in the flesh. Yo, it's Friday, man. We got some fights coming up. But the main dish, we know it's a week away. The main dish is Terrence Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez. 1 week away, my peoples. Agent 17 in the building. Go get the money, yerp. Sorry I missed the boxing for breakfast. I'm here now. My brother, don't worry about it, man. It's the shadow band episodes. Those are gonna be harder to catch. But even if you wake up late or if you were busy, if you was working, I know that you always support it. So I appreciate you, my brother. So in this morning's episode of Boxing for Breakfast, we was talking about, well, the main topic of conversation was Floyd Mayweather and Mike Tyson, who will be facing each other. That is unbelievable. That's one of those matchups that people have, talked about it hypothetically for years. What if Mike Tyson and what if Floyd Mayweather and the answer to that has always been, come on, man, the size difference is astronomical. We're never going to see them fight each other. I don't think anyone was expecting this to happen, but I will say, and I said it before, I get the feeling that Tank Davis and Jake Paul influenced this fight into happening. Because obviously it's two guys who are from two different weight classes and would never be fighting each other in a real fight. Well, there's an exhibition and they can actually make it happen. And I think that's where Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather borrowed from. Like, you know what? They doing it and there's a huge size difference. Why we can't do it? Age of 17, I can't believe Floyd versus Mike Tyson is happening, bro. Floyd gonna whoop him. Mike's selling out. I mean, look, bro, it's an exhibition fight between two guys that retired a very long time ago. Obviously, Mike Tyson is a lot older. But at the end of the day, it's just that. It's an exhibition fight. I don't see nobody hurting anybody. I think it's more kind of like a sparring session where, they're gonna land a few shots here and there, but nobody's really trying to hurt nobody in that fight. They're going to get up in there. They're going to get the bag. They're going to get out. And I tell you what, I was saying it this morning, that's not the type of fight that I'm interested in. But I support Mike Tyson. I support Floyd Mayweather. Two icons, two legends, two fighters who accomplished in the sport of boxing. Floyd Mayweather is widely recognized as the greatest or one of them. So you have to respect it, two guys who've done enough for the sport of boxing to earn it. That you could say, yeah, get that bag, make that exhibition fight. People are interested. People are gonna tune in. Why? Because they earned our attention. So I don't have a problem with it. Go get the money. Mayweather said 8 figures per round. 8 figures per round. Are they going to fight 8 rounds? Hold on. Because $1 million is 7 figures. $10 million is 8 figures. If they fight 10 rounds, he would have to get paid $100 million then. He would have to get $100 million for it to be 8 figures per round. For 10 rounds. I mean, I don't doubt it. Honestly, I think both Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather are going to walk out of there with a lot of money. And they deserve it. It's what I try to tell people. Look, you don't have to enjoy it. You don't have to even watch it if you don't want to. But at the end of the day, with what Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather have done for the sport of boxing, they earned that type of payday. They earned that type of exhibition fight. There's people, and to prove that they've earned that. You just got to see how many people are going to watch. Watch the viewership. It's going to be crazy. So that tells you. If they didn't earn that, guess what? It would be a disappointment. It would flop. Nobody watch. But Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather, you know, people's going to tune in. Even the people that are saying, I hate this fight. I can't stand this fight. I can't believe it. They're going to tune in. They're going to watch it. They're going to watch it, my peoples. Even the people that said that they don't want to see it. Go get the money. 100 million for 10 rounds. That's insane. That's astronomical. But if they can get that money, salute to Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather. That, I think, the amount of money they get is an indicator of their star power. Their star power even on a global stage. Because that's the one thing, man. Netflix is global. That's what makes it such a good idea to have, fights on that application, on Netflix. That's where it's at right now. They don't move. I mean, the Zone too, though. The Zone is killing it. But I'm going to be honest. That's an exhibition fight that, like I said earlier, whether you like them or not, whether you think somebody's selling out, whether you're against it, most of us is going to watch, my people. So let's keep it real. It's not going to be that many people that's really going to say, I'm not watching it, and then they honestly not watching it. Most of us are going to watch it. Most of us are going to be talking about it during the lead up. And then after the fight, we're going to be talking about the results. Even though it's an exhibition, even though nobody's winning or losing, we're still going to be talking about the results, my people. Watch. So, me personally, I'm going to enjoy the show. Like I said, I don't get down with these. This is different. Somebody try to compare it to Tank Davis and Jake Paul. They say, but what about Tank Davis and Jake Paul? Same deal. No, it's not the same deal. Jake Paul and Tank Davis are both young fighters who should be fighting up to their competition. I understand they're going to get a bag. But it's not the same as a retired Mike Tyson getting in the ring with a retired Floyd Mayweather. Tank Davis had a date set up and everything with Lamont Roach, and he ducked. Floyd and Mike Tyson, they not ducking anybody, my peoples. Come on. Agent 17, similar but different. There are similarities, but at the end of the day, it's two retired fighters and two active fighters. That makes it very different. And then one is ducking, which is Tank Davis ducking Roach. Tyson and Floyd, they're not ducking nobody. They put the work that they had to put in. My peoples, I'm going to stand up real quick. I got to walk in the store. I'll be right back. Let me put you right here so y'all can wait for me. Hold on 1 second. I'll be right back, my people. Stay with me. Stay with me, ladies and gentlemen. My peoples, we back in the building. We back in the building, y'all. A ver, porque no, mira. Mira. 2 pesitos, ve lo que tengo. Lo gasté ahí, lo que tenía. My peoples, we back in the building. Age 17, that look like a good place to e-bike for sure. I ride a motorcycle. We was watching your back, JSmiff. Appreciate y'all, man. No doubt. There's not that many e-bikes over here, but there's some areas where the e-bikes are getting real popular. Like there's someone close. Oh my God. There's an area close to where I live where they rent e-bikes. And when you go there, you always see they have like 20, 25 of them parked up front. People show up, rent them for an hour, 2 hours, whatever it is. But I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. I don't do bikes. I don't do 2 tires. I'm not having it. You just can't convince me to do that. When I was a kid, like 13 years old, I got in an accident. A car hit me. I was in a scooter, and a car hit me from the side, T-boned me. Bang! So ever since then, I haven't been a fan. Because the thing is, in a car, for example, somebody could hit you, and you not even get hurt. But in a scooter, bro, in a motorcycle, you get hit, you fly off. You never know what's gonna happen. Go get the money. I know what you just saw, JSmiff. No comment, bro. I can't even tell you what I saw, but let's just say I was impressed. I was definitely impressed. It was impressive. Go get the money. I'll be going like 140 miles per hour on my motorcycle, you see, man. And I've gone fast. But ever since that happened, nah, bro. And I would say to you, go get the money. Watch yourself, my brother. We see people go to the upper room every day, popping wheelies and doing all this other stuff. We don't want to see you go, my brother. Hermanito mío, dame. We don't want to see you go, bro. My bike only goes up to 45, but I usually cruise 20, 30. Yeah, that's good, you see, 20, 30. You know, ain't no rush to get there. Ah, pero espera, cóbrame una malta. Una malta de la chiquita de plástico. Vete, vete. Ahí me metí, no me metí. Ya, estamos ready. Hey. But my peoples, we digressed. We digress. You know, I'm out and about. I'm about to start working. But wanted to highlight you guys. Fuck it. And you know what's funny? That last week I was saying that you guys are gonna see a lot more of me because I'm gonna be live more often. You may have noticed that lately I'm usually just been live in the morning. You know, in the afternoon and at night I'm dropping videos, but I'm not live. So I'm getting organized and making sure that I'll be able to go live a lot more often and for a lot more time. So you guys will see me not just in the same setting talking boxing. You'll see me, you know, around the city, different places, driving around, walking around, whatever it is. But I am going to be live more often. That's for sure. I need to rush my ass to work. I only go to 45 when I need to rush my ass to work. I feel you. Get up early, man. Get up early. That's what you got to do. Get up earlier and leave earlier so you can just cruise slowly, take your time. That's what I like to do. See, when I was 20, 21, not even, when I was in my mid-20s, I would drive to work mad fast. But I would always be in a rush. Why? Because of that. Because I would get up a little bit too late and have to rush out. Now it's different because I work from home. So I don't have to rush anywhere. But before I started working from home, I'm working for the same company. When I used to work from the site, I started getting up earlier and leaving earlier. So even though I could get to my job in like half an hour, I would leave like an hour ahead of time. Just so I could drive slow, take my time, get there, sit down, hang out for a little bit before I actually started to work. That's my advice for everybody. If you work in the morning, I know there's people that work in the afternoon, some people work the night shift, graveyard. But if you work in the morning, the best option is to wake up early. Don't wake up. Damn, a lot of people do this. And I was guilty of that. But I was guilty of that when I was a kid. Don't wake up like half an hour before you're supposed to leave to work. Yo, people be having to be at work at 9 in the morning and they set the alarm for 8:30. Then in half an hour, wake up, run to the shower, throw some water on themselves, brush their teeth, grab something, bite on it, jump in their car and drive off. By the time they get to the job, they just realize I put 2 different socks on. I forgot my keys. I like the keys in the car. Did all type of shit. Why? Because you was rushing. When you rush, you forget things that you were supposed to do. So my people, again, get up early. Don't rush to work. Take your time. And if you do that, you'll be consistent. And you'll be able to get everything done without having the stress of always being in a hurry. That's the thing. Listen, remember that I told you this, guys. If you're always in a hurry, always in a hurry, you gotta slow down. If you're always in a hurry, you gotta slow down and you gotta figure out how you're gonna manage your time better. You're not supposed to be always in a hurry. That means something is not right. Age of 17, I always wake up at least an hour before I have to leave. Look, an hour is like the minimum. An hour is the minimum amount of time that you should wake up before having to leave. But to be honest, usually not gonna be enough. And I'm gonna tell you why. Think about the time that it takes for you to take a shower, brush your teeth, and get dressed. And then if you're older like us and you got to shave and take another extra 10, 15 minutes on your beard and your mustache and shit like that. So most of that time, that 1 hour, is going to go by with you just trying to get ready. But what if you want to have breakfast? What if you're the person who eats something before they leave the house? So what you're going to find is that when you wake up an hour ahead, which most people do that. Most people wake up an hour before they have to leave. And then when that hour is up, a lot of the time they still running out the door. They still looking for their shoes. They still didn't find a sock. And then if anything goes wrong, if one thing goes wrong, you're late for work. Why? Because you woke up with just the right time to make it happen. So, I'm not much of a morning person. That's a mindset, my brother. You can change that. You can change that. Being a morning person, time is gonna show you that being a morning person is actually a flex. That's a serious flex, my brother. So start looking, even Googling into ways of becoming a morning person. Listen to JSmiff. You've been here long enough. You know I never cap. I'm never gonna feed you some bullshit. Being a morning person is a flex, bro. You're young right now, so you don't know that. But in time, you're gonna find out what a flex it is to be a morning person. K-Man, JSmiff, do you think Floyd is using the fight as a springboard to later fight Roy Jones? They were beefing already, recently. Honestly, I'm not sure because there's so many angles that we could see here. For example, this can also be specifically to overshadow Tank Davis and Jake Paul. Remember, Tank Davis got that little beef with Floyd. And they never really been cool like that ever since. So I think it's ironic that while we're in the midst of Jake Paul and Tank Davis, Floyd decided he's going to fight Mike Tyson. I was asking this question in today's episode of Boxing for Breakfast. Which fight is going to get more viewership? Tank Davis versus Jake Paul or Mike Tyson versus Floyd Mayweather? Think about that. So, I don't know. I thought it was strange or at least an interesting coincidence that Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather decide to mix it up in the midst of Jake Paul and Tank Davis. At least we could say that's an interesting coincidence. If it's a coincidence, we could say it's interesting. And by the way, I said it before. I feel like Tank Davis versus Jake Paul inspired Floyd Mayweather versus Mike Tyson. Because you see the difference in size, the difference in weight, and so on and so forth. So we never thought Mike Tyson and Tyson and Floyd Mayweather was ever going to share the ring. But when we saw that Jake Paul and Tank Davis decided to do it, I guess it became possible. So they may have been inspired by that fight. Go get the money. Getting up early shows your true character as a man. So let me say this to the guys who are here about waking up early. And I like that you brought that up. It shows your true character as a man. But let me tell you guys something about waking up early that I want you to really consider. Life is only one, my peoples. We're going to take a really, really long nap at the end of this. Remember that. There's people who went to sleep 1,000 years ago, 10,000 years ago. Our grandparents went to sleep how many years ago? Oh, there's going to be time to sleep, bro. So while you're here on this earth, take as much time as you can to take it all in. Think about that. While you sleeping in your bed with your eyes closed, not enjoying life, just sleeping. I'm up at 5 in the morning, running, looking at the mountains, looking at the sky, listening to birds chirping that, and seeing some of them that you don't usually see in the daytime. I'm enjoying nature. I'm enjoying the best thing that God ever gave us, nature. That beats everything for me, right? So whatever it is that you like, that you enjoy, you're not doing that while you're sleeping. While you're sleeping, you ain't doing shit. So, you're letting go or giving away a lot of moments that you could be having oversleeping. And just remember, this life is only one. We don't know what's next. We don't know how it's gonna work out, but we here. Enjoy while you're here. Age of 17. And my dad told me to make sure he finds a way to school, and he's complaining. I feel you, brother. My peoples. So once again, we're gonna get now this exhibition between Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather. We're getting the Tank Davis versus Jake Paul fight. But most importantly, we're gonna get Bud Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez. That's the most important fight that we're gonna get, and that we have to, we have to show love. We have to talk about it. We have to make sure everybody understands this is history in the making. Go get the money. In what round you think Bud will start to get comfortable and start frustrating Canelo? Honestly, I think Canelo will start getting frustrated in round number one, and I'm gonna tell you why. I think from round number one, we're going to see Canelo start to get frustrated simply because Crawford is going to be using that long jab on him. He is going to be, keeping him at a distance, using the footwork. Canelo is going to have to eat some nice punches to try to get on the inside. And because of that, I think the frustration will start right in the first round when he can't find his way on the inside like that, like it was the case with B-Roll. Go get the money. JSmiff, read the comment. I think it was that one he was talking about. So my peoples, we're gonna get all these fights, some exhibitions, some championship fights. I just wanted to tap in, hang out with you guys for a bit. But I gotta go to work now. And remember, my guys, like I said before, I am gonna be live a lot more often. So even today, later today, at lunchtime, you're gonna see me live again. I'm gonna step in here, talk some boxing with you guys while I eat my lunch. And we're gonna enjoy the show once again. Do what we do. So my peoples, I'll see you later on today. Salute to everybody who tuned in. Bam! You already know it. This is Box Channel, your favorite boxers, favorite boxing show. Peace.